That looks scary.
That looks scary too. Okay. You done?
No.
Okay, so we wanted to go over, we've been on solar power since November 6th.
A little bit over a month then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5-6 weeks, something like that, 6 weeks about there. So it's middle of December right now. What's behind us is all the equipment that runs our solar panels. So we have about a 15.3 kilowatt system thereabouts. And behind us is the inverters and the charge controllers and the disconnects and the surge protectors and
The batteries,
a whole bunch of
everything.
stuff.
Yes.
Yes. It is blue because tomorrow we are spray foaming, and so we covered everything up.
Yes. So ceilings in here, everything.
So we got everything clean and ready to go, but we wanted to kind of give you guys not a sneak peek because you can't see it, but to go over how things have been going on the solar side of things.
It is so quiet. After what, 10 months, 9 months of running off generators to do anything, it's so quiet.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it's quite a change when you flip the switch and then you realize that your ears aren't humming all the time from the generators constantly going.
Yes. And we can do more than one thing. So before, like with the camper, running everything on generators, you couldn't run the coffee maker and anything else. You couldn't run the microwave and anything else. You couldn't run the compressor and anything else. So if somebody was sawing or cutting some boards or using anything, you had to listen over a generator to make sure that the compressor wasn't going or anything like that.
We could hear. Well, I could hear.
Yeah.
No,
Well, when you're on different parts of the house or you're in the camper,
Mhm.
or my dad can't hear.
Several times it would overload the generator because some people who can't hear would be running multiple things at the same time. And anyways,
But now we can.
we have 3 circuits going with outlets right now, and 1 going with lights.
Yeah, so not everything is obviously wired yet.
Yeah.
So
Well, we pushed to get things done so we can get spray foam. Getting this insulated is going to help us get in here a little bit quicker. So we're doing that now before all the wiring is done and before all the HVAC and everything's done. So we have done things like put all the vents, all the penetrations through the walls and things like that where it's going to get foamed. I am 90% sure that all of those are taken care of. The longest we've gone without solar has been 4 days, and that was just a couple days ago. We had,
no, without solar, it was cloudy.
It was cloudy.
Yeah, it was, so running off the batteries and everything.
The solar panels do produce power, so I was monitoring it quite frequently and found out that during the daytime there was enough power trickling in. Usually around 600 to 1,000 watts were coming in off of our solar array, and that was basically all we were consuming during that day. So when the daylight would come up, even though it was cloudy, we were basically just maintaining, and then in the evening it would dip down, the next day would maintain. So we got down to, I think, 62% over a 4-day period. And that was with the fridge going, us watching TV, the routers going, normal
stuff, charging
things.
devices, and yeah. So.
But our system has an automatic generator start, so when it gets down to a certain level, I can have it automatically kick the generator on. That's not hooked up yet because we don't have the generator yet, so all we're going to do is just basically run our gas-powered one, just plug it in outside and hook it up to the system. I got that all ready, but we ended up not using it. So
no, we didn't,
got
which
ready
was good, yeah.
For those who are concerned about doing a project, we did a very large project. This was big.
Yeah, it's bigger than we planned on. And
well, it wasn't bigger than we planned on. It's bigger than most people we've seen who've done solar
that is
stuff.
true. Yeah, that is true. But we didn't want to get us too small of a system where we had to add more panels to the roof and all that.
Yeah, one thing we probably should have done before we spray foamed is should have put some more blocking in to add panels just in case down the road. I should have done that. Panels are very simple. That was the simplest part, was putting the panels up. I mean, it really was, if you can hang a picture, I think you could hang panels. It's really not difficult at all. I mean, my daughter helped me.
Yeah, there's heavy.
They're big, and it's like hanging big pictures, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But it really went smooth. I mean, my daughter helped me the first day, and the second day I finished it by myself, and well, it wasn't too bad.
It was really just getting that first, because we have 4.
Well, there's 3.
3? Okay. So it was just really getting the first 3 and the next 3. And then after that, because you have to line everything up and it's really getting your system. So the first, however many, the first couple in there.
There's 3 rows.
Yeah.
We're 3 rows high, 16 wide. The amount of equipment that's behind us is significantly less when you have a smaller system. Just mostly difficulties in finding information I needed to hook everything up. Asking questions.
Getting to the right person.
Trying
to find the right person to ask. Yes.
We called the equipment manufacturer. We called the people we bought it from, which I am going to, Northern Arizona Wind and Sun is where we bought our system from. They have been just amazing. The support that we've gotten from them. Keep in mind, we bought this system over a year ago, and it pretty much just sat in the garage until we were ready to put it in. Their support has been just great. If I had questions, I would call them. I'm just surprised that a year later they're still answering my calls and still emailing me, and if I have questions, they've just been wonderful. There's plenty of resources if you have questions. I'm part of several Facebook groups, just watching YouTube videos, having a company that you buy from that's very there and very responsive. There's plenty of help out there if you need it. So don't be concerned about getting a system and not knowing what to do or not knowing how to hook it up or not knowing who to talk to, because really, if you ask, it's amazing how many people will answer your call. It's the amount of support that I found for people supporting the solar industry has been just amazing. It's been wonderful. Make sure you look for deals. Like I said, we bought our system on Cyber Monday, but I also bought some parts later on when we got to the racking, the actual putting the solar panels on the roof. And I was looking at...
That was this last summer, right?
Yeah, that was the summer.
That was summer. Yeah.
So we'll get 26% tax credit on that. But it was going to be like $5,000 for the racking parts. And started looking around, I got some quotes from different people. And I ended up finding a actual distributor about 2 hours away. And they were closing out some of their racking system. It turns out it's the same racking system that I wanted to get anyways.
Yes.
So I bought it for, I don't even think I spent $2,000 on all that.
And you got a lot. You got more.
I got
than
a
we
lot.
Need. Yeah,
I bought
way more than we need.
So if you guys need any rails, I bought all the rails because they were so cheap.
It was really expensive.
Yeah, it was really cheap. But anyways, look around, find a distributor if you can, see if they have any closeout items, any discontinued items. Because the thing about a discontinued item is it still works. Just because they've changed the model or gone to something else doesn't mean what was there.
That was one of the things. Is one color? It was the exact same thing.
It was silver or black.
Yeah, and one of them was way more expensive than the other one. And
the black was more expensive, and you're putting panels over it. You can't see it anyways.
Yeah,
the panels themselves have silver in them. I mean, it's just silly to pay an extra $3 or whatever. I think it was more than that. It was like $6 or $7 per rail for black. Yeah. And no one carried the silver anymore. So when I found this place that was closing out those rails, they were getting rid of all their silver rails. I bought all their silver rails for, literally like 80% off. It was crazy.
So look around. Look around.
Trust the manufacturers is one thing I have in here, and not the sales guy. When I was calling around getting bids on the racking and things like that, they kept trying to bump me up to a bigger rail and a more beefier rail, and they're like, "Oh, everyone uses this industry standard and everything." Well, I looked at the specs, and the specs didn't call for it. The specs, we would have to get hit by like an F3 tornado for it to, and we had to have 40 pounds of snow on the solar panels and get hit by an F3 tornado to bend those rails.
And at that point,
we're screwed anyway.
Yeah. so
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. So look at the manufacturer specs. Do your research. Everything's pretty readily available online. If you're looking at a particular retailer for your racking system or things like that, look at the brand and then go to the manufacturer's website and get their spec sheets. Typically you'll find a chart or something that shows your snow load, your wind load, things like that.
So it may be for our area, it may not be for yours, depending on where you are and what kind of weather you have.
We're in Tornado Alley.
Yeah, but we don't have the snow. We have ice, but we don't have the snow and
it feels good part, I guess. It just feels good to be
it does.
Off-grid.
Yeah. It's something that we've honestly wanted to do
for a long time.
Yeah, forever. And just trying to figure out how to do it and how to do it in our area.
It's a big step to do the right thing, to take a leap and go on solar or go off grid or go green anyway.
But you have to do it, and other people have to do it, and you can't be discouraged to do it. Because really it is the right thing.
I don't know if you can hear it or not. There's a hum.
Probably not.
It makes noise.
It sounds like a refrigerator.
Yeah, it sounds like an old fridge or freezer going.
Yeah.
Or
an old computer or something.
I don't know if we're using more power if the noise gets louder. I believe it does, but usually if we're using more power, it's because we're using saws or things like that and compressors, and I can't hear if it's louder or not at all. But if I'm walking through the garage or if I'm walking past, I can definitely hear the hum. And then our breaker system makes noise too. We got these smart breakers from Leviton, and they actually have a built-in fan. So I have 30 little fans running over there right now too. And they tell me when I put the cover on, you won't hear it, but right now I have a high-pitched hum over there, and I have a refrigerator hum coming over my right shoulder right now.
And he hooked those up. He called me. He's like, I don't know why they're doing this. Why are they humming?
Yeah.
Why are they doing? It's okay. They're supposed to do that.
Oh, and then something else. I was working over there, and I don't know what it was, but something went. I bolted out of here. I still don't know what it was, but the only I could think of.
You called on that one.
I called in.
You did call, and they said no.
I was calling people trying to figure out what the heck almost just blew up and if it's all right, and it scared the crap out of me. I thought I was gone. I made it. I think. Is this a dream? In the winter, of course, your days are really short. You only have, I think, where we're at, it's about 3 solar hours, versus in the summer where you get about 7 or 8. Now, granted, that's your peak solar hours. That doesn't mean you're only going to get 3 hours of power during the day. When the sun starts coming up, I can see my watts going up, and then of course it's full sun for that 3-hour time period, and then it starts gradually going down again. But you're getting power the whole time. Until dusk, we're still getting power through the panels. It's awesome. And just not as much.
You have something else with the system too. Once we get out here, we did get a lot of gas appliances, even gas dryer, things like that. So we're going to see how things go. If we have a lot more power, then we will start getting, replace some of the appliances. Get off the gas and get on electric. So get an electric stove and.
So I run gas lines and electric lines to everything.
Yes.
So
we can switch it out if need be.
We actually have 2 stoves because the
the clean room. Yeah, we have the clean room.
We're doing bees and soaps and all that stuff. So that has a gas line and an electric line run to it. The kitchen has a gas and electric. The dryer has a gas and electric.
Yes.
So we're basically set up to where if we need to, if we see we're producing plenty of power, we can just switch to the electric appliance, and then we can get off the gas more, because getting off gas would be good too.
Yes, it would. Yeah. It's so interesting because we, in town or whatever, because we're still in the rental, we come back and forth, but if you have a storm come through and your power gets knocked out, you have to wait for somebody else. You're at the mercy of the weather, you're at the mercy of somebody else, and here you don't. And that's,
but the flip side of that is that if something back here breaks, we have to fix it.
Yes. Yeah.
So this equipment should last a long time. I don't anticipate there being any issues with it. The batteries we bought should last us 5 to 8 years depending on our usage. The batteries we got are 100% recyclable, from the plastic to electrolyte to lead. Everything is 100% recyclable. So that's why we went that route.
No, but this is awesome, guys. This is awesome. I'm excited.
If you're thinking about going solar, just do it. Seriously, just don't even debate about it. And of course, here we are, middle of December, and the 26% tax credit's gone, but next year it's 20%, I think, so there's still a little bit of chance. Hopefully, with the new, White House coming around, that they will actually keep some of those incentives going. It would be awesome. But we've definitely taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
That's been great.
I mean, credits in general, if you're doing anything off grid, even with gas, you know, we want to get away from, it's propane. We're not on any gas service. It's a propane, but there's credits for that too. And that's with the boiler. We are able to get, we're working on a rebate right now. And then there's also a credit, right? For that. So.
Was it 300 from the propane company?
Remember.
And then
Well, it depends on
also
what
get a
things.
tax
There's
credit.
different levels depending on what you get. Like if you get the water heater and things like that, but our boiler's going to take that. And if we get a like an
pump
instant
system.
one, yeah, heat pump and things like that. So there's lots of credits. There's lots of rebates options that you just need to look up. Yeah.
Most of the websites I went to, like we did get a Mr. Cool system, which we'll go over that when I get to that point. They had a link right on their website on the discounts we get. I think it was like $1,500, if I remember right, on the system we got, that we get a tax credit on that too. And they will get one for the boiler. We got one from the propane company for the boiler. So they add up. But I guess if I look at just the solar system, we're probably going to we'll be less than 25. And the power company, it was going to be 40 to 60,000 to run power out to the house. Yeah. So well worth it.
Yeah.
Bite the bullet and do it if you're on the
Do
fence.
it. Just do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. See you next time. When you get that big,
Oh no, it's just.
sorry. Being in the city, we run everything through the refrigerator, dishwasher. We drink dishwasher through the refrigerator filter, and we would drink only water from that.
We're
But
tired.
out here, everything is so. You're just gonna knock it over again, aren't you? I know you guys are hungry. But come on.
Yeah.
Lay down. Lay down. So anyways, Northern Arizona, wind and sun. We need to go feed you and come back. Is that what we need to do?
It's dinner time. Come on.
Is that what we need to do? All right, feed her real quick.
Where were we?
Dogs are fed and I got chocolate. I'm good. Or if you got 40 pounds of snow in your solar panels, you better be knocking that off. You're not going to get any solar panels at all.
You're not going to get any solar power. No, no, you're not.